Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another album review. I apologize if I haven't uploaded recently. I've been trying to obviously figure out how to put out better videos, figuring out how to edit a little bit better because the channel is growing very quickly and it's kind of overwhelming. So I'm trying to do the best I can to do the best editing I can possible just to make the videos more enjoyable. And I'm also trying to work on thumbnails. So I'm trying to work on everything I can. So I apologize in advance if I haven't uploaded recently, but I'm definitely trying to give y'all more content, especially just more input on each album review I do instead of just listening to it and then popping up with an album review. I want to actually analyze the videos for y'all just so y'all can catch on. But I just want to give y'all a quick update. But the album review we are going to be doing is Kendrick Lamar's long-awaited Gnx. This is Kendrick's sixth studio album released November 22nd, 2024 through PJ Lang and Interscope Records. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Siento aquí tu presencia. First song we got on here is Whacked Out Murals or Morals. I don't know if I'm even saying it right. But I feel like this song was honestly a pretty solid start to the album. I only say solid because based on the lyrics, I'm a really big fan of the person he's talking about, but we're going to get into that obviously further into the video. But I feel like the production was okay. I don't really like the sound of the production. I feel like it's just kind of really just, I don't know. It's just something about it that I just really didn't enjoy. I feel like the beat type was cool, but like I said, the production I just wasn't really messing with that much. But getting into the lyrics, because obviously that's the most important part about the song. Him talking about Lil Wayne, which Lil Wayne is obviously one of my favorite artists of all time, and obviously Kendrick is one of my favorite artists of all time. So when he talked about obviously Lil Wayne on this song, it definitely had me a little worried, but I feel like this wasn't really a diss towards Lil Wayne. It was just more of a mention, like, you know, Lil Wayne didn't congratulate me. And I think Kendrick kind of took it personal, but not to a point where he talked about him personally. So, and it obviously had a lot to do with like the Super Bowl kind of conversation of who was going to be in the live performance and all that, you know, good stuff. But I feel like this song was a solid first start just to introduce, like, okay, Kendrick is like coming in like crazy, but it's not really a song I would go back to that often. I'm not even gonna lie, because it's not one of those listens where I'm like I could put it on repeat. You know what I mean? Because I just don't feel like it holds up as a good standalone song. You know what I mean? I just feel like it has to be on the album. Otherwise, if it was a single, I don't feel like it would last as long. But that's just my take on it. But I would say overall, it's still a good song.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, honey, all my babies.
Next song we got on here is Squabble Up. I've grown to like this song. I'm not even gonna lie. At first, I wouldn't say I didn't like it at all, but it just took some time. It really did. But I've learned to enjoy it a little bit more now. But getting into the production, I feel like the production was definitely interesting. It was definitely really different and creative. It definitely brought like that kind of disco, kind of funk beat to it, but also West Coast sound. So I would say the production is very creative. The beat type is honestly very catchy. And I love kind of the sampling in the background of a girl singing, like in kind of a jazzy disco kind of way. It's just a nice touch overall. But getting into the lyrics, I feel like the lyrics were dope. The hook was obviously very catchy. And this is just really one of those songs that he obviously wanted to make a mainstream song, and I feel like he did pretty well at it. So this is a song I've grown to like, and I'd say I enjoy it a lot now.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I'd take it.
Next song we got on here is Luther featuring SZA. Obviously this song was really good. I enjoyed this song a lot. The production is very melodic, but it has a lot of different instruments in it. I feel like the beat type was amazing for this particular song. It's really just one of those laid back, chill songs. It's not too much, but getting into the lyrics of it, I feel like Kendrick's performance on here was honestly solid. I would definitely I definitely give it a good rating, honestly. I feel like his performance was good. He wasn't really rapping lyrically on this, but I feel like he was able to just keep up with the production and just flow through the track. Obviously, SZA's performance was amazing. I'm not saying that because she's SZA, but her performance was really good. Just her singing performance and the way they were able to sing together, I thought was a really nice touch. And they work very well together, so it's not surprising at all. I mean, they were on the soundtrack of Black Panther, so I mean, can we really say they can't work together? I'm pretty sure they can. So definitely a really enjoyable song and very chill throughout the whole track. Next song we got on here is Man at the Garden. I thought this song was pretty interesting. I feel like the production wasn't nothing too crazy. Not to say I didn't enjoy it, but it wasn't nothing like too memorable. I feel like the beat type was simple. The sound of the production was really chill, barely production at all, if I'm being honest. It's just very simple. But I feel like it was simple for a reason, because once you get into the lyrics of this song, he's obviously explaining um basically what he deserves, and he feels like he deserves everything that is given to him due to him putting in the work. And I feel like overall it may sound cocky, but in a way he came like during like basically like cops crashing into your homes and dealing with gang banging. So he's been through the struggle. So he's basically saying he deserves to be where he's at, and he's letting us know that in this particular song. So I feel like the storytelling on here is good. It's not really one of those songs I would go back to often. I'm just being completely honest. But I do feel like for a first time listen, it's definitely good storytelling, and just overall, I would say a really good performance just based off of even the production being kind of mediocre, but he definitely improves at it by having some good storytelling. So I would say this is a good song.
I like it.
Next song we got on here is Hey Now featuring Dobie Six. Dobie Six, I think that's how you say his name. Um, I don't, I don't know. I don't really like this song that much. I'm gonna just be blunt with y'all. The production is really bass oriented, which you know, eh, I just kind of struggle with. I feel like the beat type is cool, but the bass is just kind of like insane. I don't know how to even, it's just the bass is crazy on here. But I feel like the lyrics on this song were okay. It wasn't nothing too memorable. I don't even feel like the feature of like Dobie Six was even that memorable as well. So it's not a song I would necessarily skip, but it's just not a song I'm really paying attention to like that. And not only that, the start of the song, it just sounded like kind of like a sexual song that I just couldn't get out of my head right away. So again, it's really just one of those songs I'm just genuinely not paying attention to. It's not the worst song, but it's just not a song I'm like gravitated to at all. Next song we got on here is Reincarnated. Um, I think if anybody's seen my reaction on this song, it definitely caught me off guard, because at first, when I had first got into it, I honestly thought, reincarnated, is he going to be on some Tupac stuff? And lo and behold, this man, oh my gosh. I'm going to talk about it obviously in this video a little more, but getting into the production is Tupac vibes through the roof. I was very, very impressed. I love the beat type. I love the piano kind of playing sound that was so like amazing. I was just like, dude, Kendrick has to kill this beat. And man, did he kill this beat? Absolutely. He had the Tupac flow, the Tupac cadence. I was very, very, just very impressed, and also just, man, the lyrics were just hitting like crazy. I was like, I almost, at this point, I almost think Kendrick is like Tupac at this point, and we're just really just overlooking it like at this point, because the fact that he was able to just like keep a good just energy around the song and be aggressive, just how Tupac would be. I just I don't know who else could have did it better, honestly. So, oh man, I could talk about this song all day. Like I said, it's possibly the best song on this album, if not, I wouldn't say the best song in Kendrick's catalog. I feel like that may be too far, but I just feel like it's the most creative. I'm not even gonna lie, like he really did his part on this particular song, and as y'all could obviously tell, this is in my playlist, and I listen to this song very often. So yeah, man, Kendrick killed this, and man, some goat like stuff. I have to say that.
Rational, fuck being rational, give them what they ask for. It's not enough.
Next song we got on here is TV Off, featuring Lefty Gunplay. I thought I was gonna mess up his name. I'm not even gonna lie. But I thought this song was honestly really good. I could argue his most popular song on his album, if not one of the more popular songs in Kendrick's catalog so far. I definitely feel like the first beat was amazing though. I like how different and creative it was. It's kind of like this instant going sound, but I feel like the beat type was really good. His first, verse was honestly amazing. He definitely was able to have a really good cadence throughout the song and have a really catchy hook. But obviously, the most iconic part about this song is the beat switch to the DJ Mustard kind of beat. And obviously, Kendrick going like crazy saying mustard, like he just has a long duration of saying it. And obviously on that beat switch, he did amazing as well. And I feel like the production on that beat switch was good as well. So this is a song I would listen to often. It's definitely on my playlist by now, but definitely a song that is really popular right now. So you'll probably hear it on the radio a lot, and it'll probably be an overplayed song, but I kind of hope not, because I still want to enjoy the song, obviously. Next song we got on here is Dodger Blue, featuring Wally the Sensei and Roddy Ricch. I feel like this song was definitely interesting. I feel like the production was definitely a real slow paced West Coast sound, but really just a slow bass, really chill back production. I feel like the beat type was cool. The voices kind of in the background of the production, I thought was a really nice touch. It's a real like soft kind of voice. Um, I feel like this song was really short due to a lot of features being on here, so I was kind of skeptical on it. I feel like Kendrick's performance was honestly pretty solid. Everybody else's performance I feel like was fitting, but not memorable, especially for Roddy Ricch. I was expecting his feature to at least be like out there more, but I just didn't really hear that too much. So This song isn't bad. It's just not like nothing I'm truly paying attention to like that, if I'm being honest. But I would say overall, it's a okay song.
A helping hand to your fellow man.
Next song we got on here is Peekaboo featuring AZ Cheeky. I think that's how you say his name. Um, if I had to be honest, and I'm just being honest at this point, if I had to pick the worst song on this album, it would probably be this song. I didn't really enjoy this song that much at all. I feel like the production was like pretty basic, if I'm being honest. It wasn't nothing memorable. I feel like it had a pretty good beat type, but the production sound wasn't really nothing crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. And I know if I'm rubbing my eye too much, I'm like really tired, but I'm here to do this video, so I'm just trying to get, stick with it. But I just feel like the production was kind of like basic. I feel like anybody could have did that production and it would have been simple enough to do. But getting into the lyrics, I feel like the peekaboo reference was kind of getting too like repetitive. Like it was getting said too much to the point where it was like, okay, this is kind of getting annoying. So I feel like it was overused, but I feel like at the same time it made sense. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like the feature himself, his performance wasn't really that memorable neither. So it's just, I didn't really take much from this song that I really, really enjoyed. It's not the worst song I've heard. I definitely could still possibly listen to it again and obviously not skip it, but it's just not a song I would pay attention to like that. So overall, I feel like at best it could be okay. At worst, it could be just bad. So that's really it. Next song we got on here is Heart Part 6. I thought this song was amazing, very creative, and storytelling was amazing. But getting into the production definitely impressed me a lot. I love it. The sampling from I believe it was SWV. I think that's the music group from I believe the 90s. That sampling was amazing. It sounds so fresh. I'm not even gonna lie. I would have never even thought it was a sample until I looked at the details of the production. And yeah, the sampling is amazing. Just the whole production I really like because it's a real laid back, chill song, and their voices in the background just are just on the hook. It's just such a nice touch overall. But getting into the lyrics, obviously this is the sixth part of his heart parts. I don't know how to really say that, but basically, I already knew right off the rip that this was arguably going to be the best song on the album due to the storytelling. And I feel like the way he was able to dive in of how he got into rap and how, J-Rock was really the vocal point that was supposed to be the biggest rapper out of all of them. And the fact that Kendrick is definitely ironic. But just him telling the come ups of them and them going through the struggles early on, but obviously them all growing into their own individual like artistries, I just think is very dope. And the fact that he was even able to shout them out like as a whole group, I thought was very, very dope. And it definitely lets you think like, maybe I should really like talk to some of my old friends that I haven't talked to in a while, because that's what some of his songs make you feel. And it's just like, to me, that's very lost in a lot of today's world where we just kind of separate ourselves from everybody, when in reality, those people could be there to help us emotionally, like physically, just anything. So I think this song was a great representation. It's definitely in my playlist. I could argue it's arguably the best song on the album, and definitely a good listen, man. I love this song a lot. Next song we got on here is Gnx featuring Hitta J3, Young Threat, and Siso. So I don't know. I'm bad at pronouncing names. But I thought this song was okay. I mean, for it to be this basically the self-titled, it's not that impressive. I'm not even gonna lie, but I feel like the production again was just okay. It wasn't nothing like crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. The beat type, it took me some time to catch on to. The sound of the production took me some time. It was just, I don't know. The production just wasn't really like, it wasn't enough for me to really vibe with it. And I feel like the rap performances was kind of like especially with the features. I was like, I'm not really like vibing with this like that. This is just another one of those songs that, you just don't pay attention to like that. So I don't know, man. I didn't really like it that much if I'm genuinely being honest. I would probably skip this song if I'm being brutally honest, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the song at all. I just wouldn't listen to it that often. The last song we have on this album is Gloria featuring SZA. I was gonna call her the SZA. I don't know. It almost. Anyways, for this to be the last song on the album, I think is very amazing. I feel like the production again was really chill, smooth, just laid back, melodic. It had a really good beat type. It just sounded like you were in another just country where you just kind of experienced that true instrument sounds that you can't really find anywhere. So I love the production right off the rip. I feel like Kendrick's performance was solid. His singing performance could have been a little bit better. I know he's not known for singing, but it just could have been a little bit better. Obviously, SZA, she did her part very well. I couldn't imagine if she just messed up on this because that would be crazy. But I think her performance was amazing. I think she had the best performance on this particular song. But I do feel like for a love song, it's definitely very, very good. I'm surprised this song isn't as big as the other songs on this album are, just on the same level at least. But I feel like it's definitely will get more attention possibly by the time, Kendrick and SZA starts their tour, which hint hint, I'm definitely going to that concert. They're coming to Minnesota. I'm going to that concert. I don't care. Nothing's stopping me. But gosh, I'm getting out of context. Obviously, this song is great. I got it on my playlist personally, but it is time to get to the final thoughts. My final thoughts of this album, because I've been waiting to get to this for a while. Um, I feel like this album was good. I did have a couple problems with a lot of different songs on here due to a lot of the production, due to a lot of the songwriting, and really the features. I feel like the features are probably the biggest downfall of this album. The only really good features on here, truthfully, was I believe SZA. I don't think nobody else's feature was that memorable, if I'm being honest. And I genuinely just struggle with myself because listening to it for the first time, I had mixed emotions about the album because I was like, I don't know. And then, seeing how other people gave it really good reviews, I thought, okay, maybe I need to listen to this a couple more times. And truthfully, I did. And I honestly feel the same way about this album. And I feel like it's still a good album. I just don't think it's that much better than maybe obviously I don't think it's better than Good Kid Mad City. I don't think it's better than To Pimp a Butterfly. I think it could be on the same level as DAMN. I'm not gonna say it out loud because whatever. But I just I don't know. I just struggle with this album because I feel like there's some really good highlighted songs, some really good storytelling, but half of the album, crazy enough, there's some duds, and for a 12 album track to have some duds, it almost doesn't make any sense. So I feel like production quality could have been a little better. I feel like the features could have been a lot better because if SZA's your best feature, like that's not a bad thing, but like if she's a better feature than the rapper's performance, that's not a good sign. And I just feel like those features definitely could have been better. And I just feel like the choice of production just could have been a little better on certain songs because this definitely had a chance to be a perfect album and it didn't feel that way to me. So I kind of again just struggled with this album. It's not a bad album. I'll repeat, it is not a bad album. I just don't think it's as good as what other people think. So I'm gonna give y'all my rating right about now. So now that y'all are at the rating, I am giving this album a 8 out of 10. That will conclude today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did, like, subscribe, and comment down below what other albums y'all want me to listen to. Also, click the link down in my description for all my social medias. But yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one.